Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to your 13-day guide to me helping you get your shit together. We have just completed 6 days prior to this one. All videos are linked below. Go check them out if you haven't. Today is day number 7. And in this series, I am educating and sharing and really just passionately wanting to help people get through tough times. I endured the loss of my 6-week-old daughter named Micah. Unfortunately, she passed from a very rare muscle disorder called nemaline myopathy back in 2012. So she would be 10 years old this July. I'm going to do something special on her birthday, as I do every year, but I do see this video series as that something special. I also got an intuitive hit this morning to write a children's book about her, and it's going to be about, this is just, it could end. I just had a thought like, Michelle, you shouldn't say it because what if you don't do it? But I'm just going to put it out there. I'm going to create a children's book, and so many people are going to buy it and be inspired. And it's going to be about a little girl who walks around and sprinkles hearts everywhere to teach people how to love, how to unconditionally love themselves and others. So that was my intuitive hit this morning. So I'm going to take action today because I've learned in my life through my depression, through my anxiety, which will be another video, that taking action when we have a thought is so important, because that is our heart whispering to us what's next for us, it's like rolling out the red carpet. But in today's video, day number 7 is all about stillness and meditation, becoming more mindful. And this was something that I was pretty delayed with learning. So my loss happened back in 2012. And I dove into health and fitness. I was always an athlete and stuff, but I really dove into my diet because I wanted to make sure that I was not too deep in my depression. That will be another video, like what we put in our bodies and our chemicals and stuff. So I dove really deep into shaping my body, making sure it felt good every single day, making sure I was putting good food in. And then it wasn't until about 2018, I believe it. I'm pretty sure that's the year, the spring of 2018, I went through a really, really, really tough breakup. Like, I was skin and bones. It was my first real partner after my daughter died. I was like, that I had abandonment fear. So I was clinging on to him like, no, my daughter left. You can't leave me too. Like that kind of energy. And I wasn't proud of it. And I feel really bad about it, but I was doing the best I could with what I had. I was a hurting girl looking for love, and he was thinking we weren't a match, but he wasn't fully honest with me about that. So I was like, wait, I'm confused. So the honesty part really shook me. So I was skin and bones. Somebody said, you should go get Reiki. And, fast forward, it's now 2022, and I actually practice Reiki in my home, and I facilitate it. I help other clients with it. So I started to get Reiki. Sorry, my phone just vibrated. That was a sign from the universe. So if any of you are needing Reiki, that was your indicator. It's time to start. Reiki is basically energy healing for your body. So if you've been through tough things in your life, if you struggle with anxiety, Reiki is phenomenal. And for me, I held so much trauma from the loss of my daughter. So I started Reiki. And what happens is you lay on a massage table and you're almost like you're forced to meditate. You have to lay there and you have to quiet your mind and let somebody else do the work on your body. So that opened me up. I was like, whoa, I've never felt so good. This is like taking a drug. And I was not a drug taker. I've only ever drank alcohol. I've never puffed a cigarette. I've never smoked weed. I've never done anything. I've always been such a prude when it comes to that stuff because I always feared like seeing myself so vulnerable. So anyway, I felt like I had taken a drug because the way they talk about how drugs make you feel, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to feel this every single day. So I went through my spiritual awakening during that time. And that was in 2018, that whole year. I was recovering from that breakup. I was meditating twice a day for 45 minutes. And that was me trying to figure out, what am I doing here? What is the point of life? I started to ask myself these big questions. And being still is so incredibly important because it stops the momentum of your mind. We're not laying still so that we can turn off our mind. We can never turn off our thoughts. It is just a constant wheel, but you can slow the wheel down You can become aware of what's on the wheel, right? You can become aware of what you're thinking. And that's what I want to teach you guys in this video. When you lay down in meditation, and you don't have to sit a certain way, you don't have to lay a certain way. It can be a walking meditation. It could be you showering. Meditation can look like so many different things. You find what works for you. What worked for me, if you're curious, I have a really comfy rug on my living room floor. It's an area rug and it's like a shag rug. And I would like dim all the lights. I'd light candles everywhere. I would make it like a really intimate setting. I'd lay a blanket down, a heated blanket. I would lay on it and I would just set a timer for 45 minutes. And I know that's a long time. You don't have to do it that long, but I had a very busy mind. I was very, very quick with my thoughts. And as you guys can see in these videos, I talk very fast. So prior to meditation, I was all over the place. I was starting one thing and never finishing it. And now I'm way more grounded. I still have those moments where I regress and I'll leave things open and stuff, but for the most part, I'm pretty mindful of it and I laugh about it now. So I lay down. Sometimes I'll put music on. Sometimes it's completely silent. And I just lay for 45 minutes and I don't have an intention. I'm not laying to get answers. I'm not laying there to turn my mind off. It's just to all of a sudden shine a light on what's going on. What's going on in my head? How can I slow it down and calm my body down and calm my mind down? So when you lay in meditation for 10 minutes, at least 10, your cells are regenerating. You are healing. You are allowing your body just some rest. Think about it. All day long, you're thinking and moving, right? Even when you're watching TV, you're processing what's on the TV. How often are you actually laying down and not sleeping? Never. But your body craves it. And guess what else craves it? Your soul. So this is the analogy that I love to give my students, that when you have a big decision to make in your life and you're kind of like, I don't know what to do. And they're like, Miss Thornton, how do you follow your intuition? How do you just know your heart, where your heart wants you to go or what's best for you? So what I like to envision is a table full of like little army men, right? Just the little figurines. My brother used to play with these. That's why I have the visual. Imagine like little army men all over a little table and they're all walking, right? And they're all walking. And then all of a sudden, one little person lays down and he's meditating. And that's when the universe can give you your answers and your next steps. So yes, we lay into meditation just to relax, but sometimes we get answers in meditation. So that one little army man, he decided to meditate and he decided to not go with the hustle and the bustle of life by walking everywhere. So I always just imagine, you can think of New York City streets, all these people walking and moving. It's very busy and hectic. And then if you see one person laying down in the middle of it, oh, wow, they're smart. They're stopping the momentum so that they can tune into, what do I need right now? Where do I want to go in my life? What would be best for me? How can I break this anxiety? How can I break through this depression? And with anxiety, it is momentum. Sometimes taking a nap can quickly stop your anxiety. Sometimes going for a walk, going out in nature. So meditation and any kind of stillness is a great way to break out of your dark time, because you are tuning into, you're stopping the dark thoughts. They're still there, right? But now you're seeing them and you can choose differently. Okay. So as I'm laying in my meditation, right, I set my timer for 45 minutes. Sometimes I'll like slowly like fall into a quick little sleep, like a little nap. And then I'll have like a little dream and then I'll wake up. And I'll be like, oh my gosh, was that a vision or was that a dream? And it was a vision. So anytime you do that, where you kind of go into that like dream state, but then you're still awake, I always have a journal next to me. And I'm sure you saw in my other videos, I am selling journals on Amazon. They're super cute. I have gratitude ones. I have obviously the one that inspired these videos, getting my shit together. I'll link them below, but I would have one of my journals next to me and I would get up after maybe 20 minutes of meditation, I would write down the vision, right? And then I would go back into my meditation and it becomes this practice of, okay, what's going to come up next time? Because what's happening is when you're all those little busy people on the table or in New York City and you finally lay down, it's finally like time just to like be with you. You're not taking care of somebody else. You're not trying to figure out your life. You're not trying to be someone you're not. You're just being still with you and saying, all right, life, show me what you want me to see right now. Do you want me just to rest and do some healing in my body? Do you want me to get an answer for something? And I would love to, before I leave you in this video, I want to share a quick little manifestation story that happened to me in meditation. And maybe this will be a little incentive to get you to start meditating. So basically, stillness and meditation, to recap this video before I tell you my story, is it will help you get through your depression and your anxiety because it stops the momentum. You have to stop the momentum of the negative thinking. Your mind will tell you that you're going crazy. Your mind will say that you're depressed and you're always depressed and you're always going to be sad. You're never going to get out of this. You have to put a stick in the wheel and stop it. And laying in meditation is the best way because number one, you're seeing the thoughts and you're seeing that they're crazy and they're not you. It's your ego, right? You're not crazy. It's the thoughts that are telling you you are. You're now putting a flashlight on that. So now in your waking moments of your day, you're becoming more mindful. You're seeing these thoughts. So number one, it stops the momentum. Number two, it allows your body to rest and heal. And number three, your cells begin to regenerate and they actually produce your happy hormones. And it gets you to feel a little bit lighter about life. Okay, so as we move into my story and as we end this video, thank you so much for watching, but listen to what happened to me in a meditation. So I lived in an apartment like this one about 2.5 years ago. It was the same complex, different building. And I had also owned a condo in Delran, and my dishwasher had broken and my oven had broken a couple months before. So I just spent like $700 on an oven. Then my renters were like, hey, Michelle, your dishwasher's, kaput, whatever. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot afford like another $700 bill. So I'm like, okay, I need to meditate. So I laid on my couch and all of a sudden I got this intuitive hit to ask one of the maintenance guys that works here, who I'm like such close friends with. He's so sweet. He's an older man and he's just always so kind to me. And it was kind of like he would know where to buy one at a reduced price. So I literally got out of meditation, put my sneakers on, walked outside looking for him. And he's usually riding around in a golf cart. Couldn't find him. So then I'm driving somewhere the next day. I see him. I'm like, hey, do you know where I can get an inexpensive dishwasher? And he was like, are you going to be home later after school? And I was like, yeah, I'll be home at 3:30. He's like, I'll come knock on your door. And I was like, what? Okay, sure. I was like, this is weird. Why is he coming to my door? He comes to my door and he tells me that he has a brand new one and he just gives it to me. So within 2 days, and obviously he had them because he has inventory here with buying and selling and getting dishwashers. And I'm sure, and he literally said that they had an extra one. So it was like, because I sat in that meditation and I was quiet enough to hear my inner voice, my soul tell me to ask him. The universe wants to bring us everything we desire. If we have a hiccup like that where we need something, you sit your ass in meditation and you ask your guides and your angels to help you and they will show up. And I am proof. I've manifested so many things in my life and it's hard to teach it if you haven't experienced it yourself or been with a friend when it's happened. And that's why I want to share this on this video, is because if I didn't lay on my couch and just be silent, I would have never had the thought to ask that guy. And who knows, maybe my guides would have gave me the thought while I was driving the next day, but I made the intention to meditate on that topic. And that's what came to me. So your stillness can bring you answers, but the goal of the stillness is to relax your mind, to not have any real intention, just to be still, become aware of your thoughts, see the ego, and choose differently. All right, lovies, thank you so much for watching day number 7, all about stillness. I will see you in tomorrow's video, number 8 coming at you, which I love the number 8. It's all about the infinity sign and flow. So that will be a really good video to watch. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications for more of this goodness. And I will see you tomorrow. Peace out.